Often people will ring up and say, I need a garden office or I need a log cabin. How much is it? Well, they can vary hugely in price depending on what you want. To give people the best information back and to give them what they want, the more they can do, so a little bit of preparation before they ring up is really, really helpful. And just taking a measurement of the area where they wish to put the building, to have an idea about what they want to use the building for, and to think about both now and in the future. Because often when people buy a building, they're buying it for a specific purpose. But in 5, 10, 15 years' time, it may be something completely different. So you might want to have a building to start with as, let's say, a home office, but in 5 years' time, the kids might be using it as their playroom. So it's really, really good to think about how you're going to use it, what equipment you want to put in there, if you've got a particular favourite desk and chair that you want, if you want to work in a particular layout. All things like that are really, really helpful. And when people come to see us, we'll often ask them some fairly unusual questions that maybe they weren't expecting. So I like to know things, for example, which way the sun goes in the garden. Is the sun going to be shining through the windows all day, or is it going behind the building? Are you going to be in there 5 days a week running your business from home, or is it just once a week you need to do your paperwork and you just need somewhere quiet away from the family? When we're designing a building, we have to make sure we can physically get it into the garden. And there's lots of different ways of doing that, and we're used to overcoming these challenges. But if you've got a terraced house with lots of turns and that building has to go through the house, there's no point in designing a building which is 6 meters long where you can't physically get those pieces of timber into the back garden. So what we do is we look at where you live, access for delivery, access for actually constructing the building as well. So we've designed certain buildings where we don't need access around the outside of the building when we're constructing it. Others we do. If you're putting a pitched roof on, for example, you'll need to have space to get scaffolding and safety equipment around. These are really, really helpful things to know when designing and planning a building. And we have a fantastic website which has a huge range of buildings on. So look at the website, trawl through it, look at the different types and styles of building, and you'll start to get a feel for what you like and what you don't like. And that's really, really helpful. It means that we can hone down straight to exactly what you want. One of the things we've been doing for the last 20 years is specifically designing buildings for customers' requirements. Every garden is different because every customer is different. What we want to do is design the perfect building for your garden.